No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we have a man.
How y'all doing? What's going on?
Long Beach Griffy in the place to be. I was just showing a lot of your content to like a room full of people, and when I said your name at first, a bunch of people were like, "Who's that?" And then as soon as I put it on, everybody was just like, "Oh, him."
Yeah.
You have that a lot?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really be around it enough for people to be like, "Oh yeah." I'll be out in public and people be like, "Yo, do you watch him?" And they'll be like, "No, I'm sorry." But I like that because I don't like people coming up to me and telling me, "Oh yeah," like and talking about my videos. Like, I hate that.
You hate it? Why?
Because I don't like when people. I hate talking about myself. I feel like the only reason you talking to me right now is because I'm on the internet. You feel me? Like I just don't like that extra attention. You feel me? Like, I'm like, say what's up, get your pictures, keep it moving. That make me feel more comfortable.
But isn't that a weird thing though? Because I relate to that to a certain extent too. Where I was like, a lot of times when I'm out in public, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I just want to be left alone. Like, I can't handle all this fucking attention. But then at the same time, it's like, well, then why did we dedicate our entire lives to becoming famous on YouTube if we didn't want people to acknowledge us?
Yeah, and it's a double-edged sword because it's like you don't know if this person is going to ever see you ever again. So it's like, why can't you be performative and just compromise at least like 10 seconds of your time to just be like, "Oh yeah, thanks bro, I appreciate it. Take a picture," you know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing because you don't know if you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's like, move, nigga. I don't want to. You feel me? Like, get out of my face. Like, I'm chilling with my people. I'm changing my son. Why are you behind me right now trying to get a picture?
Yeah. As soon as you introduce kids into the equation, that's when it starts to get weird. Like, if someone asks me for a photo and I'm like holding my kid,
literally,
I'm just kind of like, doesn't this feel weird to you?
Yeah,
like,
that's strange as fuck. Like, people outside of this, outside of being famous, don't understand how fucking annoying this shit is. Like, that nigga, I'm with my kid and niggas will take pictures and send it to my DMs and be like, "Yo, I caught you slipping. What the fuck? How is that? Nigga, how is that funny? Nigga, that's weird. That's weird."
But
like,
do you put pictures of your kid on the internet?
I do, man. I love my kid.
Me too, so much. I can't help myself.
I can't stop. And I told myself I'd never be that nigga. I'd be like, "Man, I ain't doing that shit." Every time. Nigga, like, every time he just be looking, I'd be like, "Come here, nigga."
It's the most entertaining fucking thing in the world. So even though I understand when I see people say like, "I don't put my kid on the internet, I don't put my wife on the internet, etc." I'm like, I feel you, and you're definitely keeping your life very simplified by doing that. But for me, it's like I'm so used to just like I used to put all the drugs and the random girls and all the crazy shit on my fucking story, so it would feel weird to not put like the thing I'm currently enamored with, which is my kid. You know, how can I not?
Things that you actually like care about, something with some substance.
It means something to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I put a fry on her head.
How was your child, by the way?
9 months.
How?
She's great. Amazing.
That's dope.
She's been sick twice since we had her, so that's kind of worrisome.
Oh, okay.
Not like bad, but like she had COVID when we got COVID.
Yeah.
And then she just recently was like sick again, so it's kind of weird seeing that happen. No, it's all good.
I get it.
How old's yours?
He's just turned 7 months 2 days ago.
7 months.
Yeah, 7 months. Learning how to crawl. You know,
Wow.
this is my first child, so me seeing him learn how to crawl, he had his head dragging his head. I was like, damn, my past caught up to me.
My kid went from dragging his head. My past. Okay, I get my kid went from like barely able to crawl to like masterfully crawling in like a week.
Yeah.
It was really freaky. Like, you got to stay tapped in because that shit just happens so quickly.
Yeah, it does. It does. My son, he struggles still. Like, he gets places, but I'm like, damn, son, what is going on?
They're kind of like dragging a leg and shit.
Man, your mama gave you that head. I think it's his head.
It's got a big head. Yeah, they do. The heads are huge. I mean, my kid, even like 3-4 months in, she couldn't even sit up.
Sheesh.
So the fact that she's crawling so good now is like freaking me out.
Yeah. Isn't fatherhood it's crazy, right?
It's fucked, right?
It's fucking crazy.
But does it bother you that being a dad means that you can't spend more time doing all the stupid, pointless shit that you were basing your life around before fatherhood?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it kind of humbles you in a way. So it's like you go out. Before, I was just going places just to do it, like just stupid shit. Like, I was just going like, but then when you had him, it's like, now you have a responsibility. It's like you don't even want to do that stuff, in my opinion. It's like all that shit I was doing before, like going to places and like going and seeing all these bitches. Now it's just like, I'd rather be with my son, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be with my seed. That's just me.
No, you have to do the equation more often of like, you know, when I see my friends out at the club and shit, it's like 4 in the morning, and I'm just thinking like, dude, my kid wakes up at like 5, 6 in the morning.
Right?
Like, how the fuck could I possibly go out and have that much fun.
Exactly. It's like, damn, my son goes to sleep at 10:30. I have to be up at this time because he wakes up at 6 a.m. So I have to. And then you're just planning your life around your child now.
Right.
You feel me? It's not all about your schedule. It's like it's his schedule.
You're
like,
still
you know
with the mom or no?
Oh no. It's like we're cool though.
Was
She's
it even
super
a
cool.
possibility, or did you guys break up before the kid even?
Man, it was a lot going on at the time. I can't even lie. Like I was in a love rectangle. So it was like it was
a couple different
weird.
girls involved in this,
It was
or
it
just
was
a bunch of guys.
It was. It was a couple of dudes. A couple of trans.
I was watching you talk about a relationship the other day on YouTube, and you were just like, "Man, this is just why I be topping dudes.
Yeah,
just be topping dudes."
That's why I'm be sucking dick because it's fucking hard. These women are trouble. Nah,
really
but,
are.
I was dealing with my ex at the time. We had broken up, and I was dealing with a girl that I was not a rebound necessarily, but it was somebody that I was interested in. And then she came along, the mother of my child, and I got her pregnant, and then it was a whole lot of shit. It was too much. I was like, damn, like,
Right.
I'd rather just be by myself at this point.
Is there a part of you that's like, damn, I wish I didn't have a kid so I could just focus on just having a lot of sex with just random people, men and women?
Yeah. Nah. I feel like I always manifested a child. You feel me? I feel like I always wanted to be a dad. I never wanted to be like an old dad. I never wanted to have kids at 30. I wanted to have children at a time where
36.
Yeah, I didn't want to be Adam. No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, like I never wanted to be. I just felt like in my mind at the time I was like, I don't know if I want to, you know. So it was like I've always manifested. I was always going for the goal of having a child between 25 and 28.
Right. Do you feel like at all, financially comfortable enough to have a kid? Was that part of it, that you were like willing to let one of the nuts pass the goalie just because of the fact that you're doing better for yourself now?
Yeah, because that's one of the main reasons why, you know what I'm saying, most people don't want to have kids because it's financial issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm pretty set. So it's like, why not? Like I can get this nigga whatever he want.
Right. Yeah, like I've heard a lot of people talk about having kids and just be like, there'll never be a perfect time. You should just do it. Yeah. And I'm like, that is not how I look at this at all. It's like
Really?
It's like starting a business.
Right.
You don't start selling fucking hot dogs unless you got enough money to pay for the hot dogs every week, right? Like, you can't have a kid, or I don't think it's like smart to have a kid unless you have a plan for how you're going to take care of all the expenses associated with the kid.
Of course. But life happens. You know what I'm saying? Even when you feel like you're in the right spot, it's like it's always something that's just gonna come out of the blue and just fuck everything, or just it just twists everything, and now you have to navigate a different way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like I can agree with it'll never be the right time. You know what I'm saying? It's because it won't. Everything will happen. Even people feel like they're set in life. Life, you know how life is. Life gonna come in and it's gonna do what it's gonna do at the end of the day.
This is true.
Feel me? So I mean,
Definitely. So okay, North Side Long Beach.
Yes, sir.
That's where you're born as well?
Yes, sir. We grew up on me and my brother right there, the Mexican. We grew up on 63rd and Gundry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I lived on the east side from like 2010 to 13 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the east side.
Not even a fan of it. You just can't fuck with the whole side of town.
The east side is dirty, and I tell all the homies from the east side.
North side is dirty.
They be all like, okay, but it's not as dirty as the east side. Like I think COVID started on the east side. If I'm being honest, that's where it came from. Like,
but okay, if you had to basically split up Long Beach into what sides have the most money and shit, I mean the east side is the nicest part, right?
No, I don't.
Signal Hill and shit.
Hold on, Bixby knows though. Bixby knows. Have you been to the street, the houses in Bixby knows, in the rich area?
I can't remember. It's been a long time,
bro. It's this area. All right, so going down Long Beach Boulevard before you hit San Antonio, or no, going past San Antonio.
Okay.
If you make a right, a couple streets past San Antonio, you make a right there. I'm telling you, bro. Literally, it's houses in the back of there that are enormous. I'm talking mansions, something crazy, yo. It's ridiculous, ridiculous.
Okay.
Signal Hill, yeah.
But you didn't grow up in the nice part of town, I'm assuming?
Oh no.
Okay.
No. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
You were just talking about how you didn't have a phone when you started making videos, and say I always had to borrow somebody's phone, so I figured it couldn't have been that nice.
9th grade, I was using my brother's Sidekick, his 09. I didn't have
to
a phone.
Film videos.
Not film videos.
Oh, you didn't have a fucking camera, right?
I didn't get into videos until after high school because I didn't have a phone.
Right.
You feel me?
What kind of kid were you in high school?
I was pretty goofy. Like I was just a goofy ass dude. Like it
Right.
was like I was chill. Like
You always like making people laugh though?
it just happened naturally. Like I never went for it. I never like tried to pursue. I didn't go out of my way to make niggas laugh. I was just a goofy dude. Like you know that one character, he just funny just by the way he is. That's the type of person I was.
Right.
You feel me? Like
But you weren't like the kid that was like looking up to stand-up comedians and shit. You just were
not
inherently
really.
funny.
yeah, I never wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
Right.
Yeah, I never wanted to do comedy per se. It's just who I am. It's my personality.
Right.
I mean,
That's
like,
interesting because so many people seem like they like get into doing skits and internet content now, but they were like influenced by fucking Kevin Hart and Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, they're definitely people I look up to and people I'm like I admire definitely, but it was never something I wanted to do. What I wanted to do, I want to be a rapper, Adam. Because I see my brother doing it. My oldest brother, he was a rapper, and I was like, damn, man, I want to do it. So I would steal this dude's laptop, and I would go in the room, and I just record all type of like parody songs and shit. You feel me? I was scared to rap about real shit. I thought people wasn't gonna feel my shit when I was in 12th and when I was in like 11th grade.
Right. Because I was just playing When a Pedophile Comes to the Studio for the guys. And my boy, who's an actual very good rapper, as soon as he heard your, pedophile verse, he was just like, he's a good ass rapper. Like he knows what he's doing. So
Yeah.
he confirmed that, you probably could rap for real if you wanted.
Yeah, like, and that's what I be trying to do. But every time I try to write some real shit, man, my mind go off, man. It go off, nigga. I'm writing a song about getting my dick sucked. Cause I can't focus. I can't focus on real shit. You feel
It's
me?
hard to imagine you being so serious after hearing you rap about, saying I got a 9 on my waist and I ain't talking about a gun. I mean, it just would be like, I feel like that's the whole thing as rappers is like the reason why I could never be a rapper is because I would never be able to be serious enough to be a rapper.
Bro, I feel that. And I want to because it's like I looked up the type of rappers that I look up to. I'm like, okay, that's the kind of style that I want to go for. But niggas are not gonna feel that because the type of presence that I have on the internet. Some people can't separate the two. You know what I'm saying? When you want to go into different, mediums, like as far as like rapping or being a painter. It's certain niggas like what if a rapper like I don't know, a rapper went into painting, I don't even know who would you wouldn't take him serious, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody like damn, who would be
If Fabulous became an impressionist painter.
You wouldn't. I don't think I could take that serious.
But I also feel like Fabulous would get a lot of points for that because you can be if you're a rapper, you could then do things that are like more serious.
Yeah.
But if you're a comedian, it's almost like people don't want to see you do things that are more serious. Like you
Yeah.
could go into something that's even goofier than being a comedian.
Yeah.
But you can't like be like you would probably have a lot of adversity if you tried to be like a super super serious actor. I guess.
No, facts, and that's why it's hard. It's like, damn. So I have to. At the end of the day, I have to show I can't be a rapper. So I have to show niggas like I can rap, but I'm gonna do it in this way because y'all not gonna take me serious if I just get on here and start talking about all the niggas I killed and fucking being in the slums and being, you know what I'm saying.
We need a new Weird Al though. Were you a fan of Weird Al?
I liked his Trapped in the Drive-Thru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just had, he was always just doing like parody versions of every song. And when I think about that, I'm like, man, that was a great time. Like we need a new Weird Al, like a guy who could have a really big music career from just doing parody versions of all the popular songs.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I'm kind of like over like the parody kind of thing, but that's why I try to like mix it up. Like, when a pedophile comes to the studio, like niggas want to hear shit like that, or when a school shooter comes to the studio, shit like that. So I try to mix it up in ways I won't be doing the parody style. You feel me?
I like how there's like reoccurring characters though, that like the school shooter just keeps coming back.
Yeah, he just can't be left. I can't not leave him alone, man.
Right.
He's a menace.
What was the first skits that you made, and like what was the plan originally?
Originally?
Yeah.
So I was just making shit like on the surface level. I wasn't going into like school shooting and shit. I didn't want to come off as like an edgy person. I was just making shit, you feel me, talking about myself. So niggas couldn't, because when I first started, people were making fun of me. They couldn't stop talking about my gap. And I was like, you know what, I just gotta roast myself, because if I do that and I roast myself better than everybody else, they can't say anything about me. So I started like that, and then when feminists and all that shit started happening and the world started getting fucked up, I was like, I gotta start flaming these bitches. I gotta, because this shit is goofy.
Right.
You feel me? But yeah, the whole school shooter shit, that came out of nowhere. I didn't even.
Were you insecure about the gap?
I mean, in high school I was, because everybody made it seem like it was a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I was all like, why? Like, why y'all so worried about?
I think the gap's kind of hot.
Thank you. Adam, stop doing that. It's loud right now.
I think no, but we've had like a lot of people on the podcast. I don't think the gap should like exclude someone from being considered attractive.
Yeah, nah, but I was young.
It adds character.
Yeah, I was young, so I didn't really understand. When I got older, I realized having a gap never stopped me from doing anything. Because it's like I still had bitches before I had clout. I still was getting jobs. Nothing was stopping me from being who I was. So I was all like, man, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started taking pride. And niggas hit me up all the time, be like, bro, yo, man, I was insecure about my gap, but you got it, and you be out here and you did it us. And they were like, yo, like I really appreciate that. Like you make me feel better about myself.
Yeah, like I kind of feel like it makes everything you do more funny.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah, and bitches like it.
Like if you had an afro.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Afros are funny as fuck. Like, I mean, let's just be real. Like, it's just something kind of amusing about, like I don't know. I just feel like it could work for you.
I always thought mohawks were weird.
Oh, mohawks are funny too. No, but like what kind? Like the little like Sean John Diddy
like
type, or like a high one?
I'm talking about the early 2000s.
Yeah, but like imagine being like a punk rocker and that's your life. Is like you wake up like drunk as fuck on somebody's couch and then you have to take a ton of glue and gel and like add that to your
leaning.
Yeah, like you look like a fucking bozo. And imagine having to live your life where if your hair even gets tapped by something, that your whole day is fuck. All right, I gotta go home and fix this.
Bro, I go. My shit's like leaning off. Do you see this shit?
You get on the subway, you fucking smash that shit. You gotta start.
Bro,
like,
what is that like? You get into a fight and a nigga just start fucking your shit up, bro. That was fucking my OCD. I'd get mad. I'd be mad.
That was always why I never did a lot of the corny ass trends that were popular when I was young, is because I felt like they would be too much of a liability in a fight. Like I never got the giant gauges in my ear.
Yeah, like the oh my god, bro, that looked painful.
I just immediately, as a kid, I would just imagine like somebody's gonna fucking rip that shit out. I'm gonna have a torn, and all the facial piercings. I felt the same way. That's why I never had long hair. I always felt like I'm gonna get in a fight and it's just gonna fucking be the end of me.
Yeah, that'd be inconvenient as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You ever see girls fight and they just hold each other's hair and just pound on each other?
Look, I was thinking about the other day. I don't think they're wrong in that situation, because if I fight a nigga with long hair, I'm pulling his shit.
Oh yeah,
I'm pulling his shit. Like you have to.
I've done it.
You have to. It's a smart thing to do.
The only way, like, there's a reason why in the UFC they have to have that shit strapped back.
Exactly. Because I'm pulling hair. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so mad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're pulling your hair. So what?
But have you ever gouged someone's eyes out?
Oh, fuck no. Oh, Jesus. That's why I'm scared to fight too, bro, because I don't want to, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what people are capable of.
That just seems like the most underused move in a fight.
Gouging someone's eye out?
Because it just seems so easy. Like if you were rolling around on the ground kind of a little bit and you just hit somebody with that, boom, you're blind for life.
It's so aggressive.
I win. I know, it's just too much.
Exactly.
It's like the nuclear bomb.
Yes, it's wild.
You could win the fight by just dropping a nuclear bomb, but it's like maybe we shouldn't because a million people are gonna die.
Yeah, fuck those people.
It's like we might be fighting. I want to gouge your eyes out, but I also don't want you to be blind for the rest of your life.
Yeah, or go to jail. But when you're angry, people don't think about that.
Isn't it just self-defense to gouge someone's eyes out?
Yeah, I don't know. I think manslaughter is a thing.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just scared to fight someone and they know like martial arts and they fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm violent. I feel like that ass whooping is valid, right? Because nobody's gonna make fun of you for getting your ass whooped by someone who knows how to fight.
I just want to put this in front of your face a little bit more. Pause.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'll move this way a little.
Yeah. No, I mean, like someone knowing martial arts is definitely like always the problem.
Yeah.
When's your last fight?
People don't like to fight me. They don't take me serious.
That's a good thing.
I can't fight. I can fight, but I just don't.
Right.
You know? It's like.
So you haven't had one in a long time?
Not in a long time. And it's funny. I told somebody that I actually need to fight someone because I need to know where my skills are because I don't know right now. And it's like I don't want to go out and get into some shit and I fight somebody and I just look terrible, right? You know? That's how long it's been.
I think about that sometimes too, for sure. The other day I was thinking if I knew that I had to go to prison, the first thing I would do is I would sign up for boxing classes. Because I don't know where the hell I'm at in terms of fighting somebody right now, and I don't want to just be finding out I'm trash.
No, for real. And I don't even know how to get out of a headlock. What if I get in a headlock? That's my worst fear in a fight, is being in a headlock, because it's like they have control of you now. At this point, they control everything now. They control the fight.
Well, I've been there.
Yeah, if I can't get out of that, I'm just like, bro, I'm done. I'm done. I'm a bitch. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave.
You never took any kind of martial arts training?
Nah, I know in school they used to give us flyers to take karate classes, but my mom never wanted to take me.
I just feel like you watch so much anime that at some point you might be like, I want to know what they're doing. I want to learn how to do this.
Oh no, definitely. I think about it often. I think about it often, but I think about the unrealistic shit, like fucking hopping 30 feet in the air and just coming down with a fucking kick. I can't do that shit, but I try it in a fight.
Right. I mean, you can get better.
You're right.
You can get closer to that.
Maybe if I align my chakras, do you think?
You into all that?
Not really, but I want to get into it. If I can jump 30 feet in the air, I will get into it.
Some weird yoga shit. I don't know. I've like taken yoga classes before, and they were talking about chakras and stuff, and I just been sitting there mad as fuck, like, you know, it's made up, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesus, you think it's made up? But I think that shit is real.
I don't believe in anything a scientist can't confirm for me. So I just chakras. Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not with it at all.
You're not into the spiritual at all?
No.
Really?
You are?
I am. I mean, I do believe that when you die, you go somewhere.
I don't.
You think it's just over?
That's over, yeah.
Do you think we're in a simulation?
I don't feel like I'm equipped to argue against the simulation. Like, there's a big part of me that doesn't really believe it because it just feels like too much to take in.
Right.
But do I think that it's probably true? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You think you just like die and you wake up in like a pod or some shit?
I think you die and that's it.
I feel that. I think you die and like you're in the spiritual. I don't know what the spiritual looks like. I don't know what's there. I'm not there.
To me, I die and then I'm at a house party with every girl I ever had sex with. And it's just awkward as fuck. But I'm like dead, so I don't care. And they're all just like having weird conversations and they reminding me of like every different part of my life.
And they're just talking to you about it.
Maybe just everybody you ever talked to for more than 10 minutes is all at this house party.
Are you conscious at this point?
And your memory gets fixed because you know you like can't remember anything from like when you were 10 or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can remember everything.
Fuck.
And you're just at the party and everyone's happy to tell you like, yeah, like I knew you in 3rd grade. Remember we were best friends? And you actually do remember. That's kind of like, because that's what I think like heaven is it's like human beings like basically inventing what they think would be nice if they were to die.
Right.
That's my version of what would be nice if I died, is just pull up to this house party and then you get to watch a fire movie of your whole life.
That sounds dope. I mean, I wish I could think of it like that, but I feel like that'd be scary.
Thinking about that?
Yeah, like waking up and you're in a house of everybody you had sex with. Yeah. What if they're talking bad about you?
I feel like the way that this is supposed to work out, that they should just be chill.
They just be chill.
Just let you like do whatever you want to do. I don't like think anybody should be airing out their grievances with you after death.
I get that.
That's just me. Okay, so when did you start blowing up per se, or like when did the skits start to actually hit and started to work?
So what happened was I was broke as shit. I was tired of life. I was like, bro, I'm miserable, man. I got to do something. So I was all like, let me try this video shit. And at the time, Vine was dying down. I mean, we all remember Vine, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was dying down, and I just got my phone, so I was like, fuck it, like, let me try it, right? Let me try to make skits, right? So I 4 skits in. I made a couple skits. My 4th skit. Remember when Pokemon Go was the thing?
I still play.
You do play.
That's what the jacket is a level 50 Pokemon Go trainer jacket.
Yo,
I'm level 50.
Jesus.
I know you have a lot of fans who probably play Pokemon Go. I just want to throw that out there. Level 50, and I'm friends with Ninja in the game.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know
My
that.
2 greatest achievements. I shouldn't have took it off because this is the level 50 jacket from @Trainer Gear. Trainer Gear on Instagram sent me this.
That shit is so fire, by the way.
Academics is trying to call me right now. I can't pick this up though. I'm with Long Beach Griffy.
Oh my god. Yes, you heard it here first.
Sorry.
He ignored academics for Long Beach Griffy.
Do you watch a lot of academics?
I don't.
No.
I feel like there's a lot of controversy around him, and I was all like, in that mode, and I was like, I try to steer away from that because I'm not really in.
You're not like hip hop enough?
Nah, not to really care. I don't really care about what people are doing when it's controversial. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I try to steer away from that.
Really?
Because a lot of negativity is attracted. It comes with that. Comes with controversy in the sense of not outside of satire, but with shit like that. It's like
Because like the way it is now on the internet is kind of like even people who really are not all that interested in rap are still like basically making content about rap as long as the participants in the rap beef are famous enough that they can get a lot of views off of it.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people they try to capitalize off of people's other people's controversy. It's not bad, but I mean at the same time it's like kind of messy because like I know people that talk shit about me on the internet and then when they see me they're like, bro, I love your video, but it's like you was just talking crazy.
But don't you have people like that too where when I think about it, there's people that I love their content, but I've also talked shit about them. And it's like, but on the whole, I fuck with them. but there's been like certain moments where I said like, oh, this was stupid, or this album sucked. Yeah. But that's still my favorite, like a rapper I love, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. But yeah.
Pokemon Go. You did
Pokemon Go.
What was the skit?
So basically, it's like when you're playing Pokemon Go and you end up in the hood.
Oh yeah.
And then basically, when I made that video, that shit got over to Facebook. I don't know how the fuck it got over to Facebook, but they took it, put it on Facebook. That shit was going crazy. And then the next day, it got on World Star. And before World Star is what it is now, that shit was crazy. Everybody wanted to be on World Star. Like, the shit was ridiculous. And then after that, 2 hours after that, Chris Brown reposted the video. And I was like, there's no fucking way.
Wow.
There's no fucking way. And that was the wildest shit. And then a week after that, I made a video about novellas, Spanish novellas. And that shit went crazy. It was going crazy on the internet. I was like, well, what the fuck? And after that, I started making videos about Samoans. And literally, it's not a Samoan in the world that don't know who I am. I can promise you that.
Why? Because you just grew up around a lot of Samoans in Long Beach?
I mean, it's a lot. I didn't like really grow up around, but we would hoop with them. Like me and my brother, like we would hoop with these niggas all the time. Like big, but they dope. Like they the coolest people. Like some of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. Like and that there, like it was crazy. Like
I feel like the stereotype for Samoans is pretty much exclusively like big motherfuckers who will beat the shit out of you.
Huge. But it's crazy though because they don't go looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? They big, like they cool as hell. Like I never met a crazy Samoan that was just like mad, like out for blood 24/7. You feel me? They hella cool. They super family oriented, and like I love Polynesians.
But you just felt really comfortable. Like a lot of people would probably not feel comfortable making videos joking on other people's cultures, but that didn't really like occur to you as something to avoid.
Yeah, it wasn't really the culture. It was just the presence that they come about. It's like, if a Samoan steal my car, I'm gonna give it to him. It was never my car in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It was like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they was like, they grew on that. They was like, damn. And they'll talk about how big their families are and shit like that, and they could relate to it. And it was all like, bro, we fuck with you. Like, woo woo. Like, and I'm like, cool. And I met a lot of people in that medium, like a lot of celebrities, Polynesian, and it was crazy. I was going to concerts and shit, reggae concerts I didn't know nothing about, but I was there. And like they would bring me on stage, and when I get on stage, they would go crazy. Like yes,
it was that well known. Holy
it was
shit.
wild. Yeah, it was this one artist named Sammy Johnson. He's huge in the Polynesian community. He invited me to a show, and he was like, "I want you to introduce me." Bro, I walked on that stage. It was going crazy. Like it was my show. I was tripping out. I was like, bro, there is no way. And it's like it's the presence in the Polynesian community is huge. It's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, it's dope.
That's fire.
Yeah.
You just like take me through the creative process for those early videos and how it looks now. Like in terms of like how do you ever like sit down in front of a fucking notebook and just start writing down ideas, or is it just shit popping in your head?
So most of my videos come from me just hanging out with my friends. I have the funniest fucking friends in the world. That nigga right there, that dark skinned ugly nigga, he is the funniest motherfucker in the world, bro. Like he's hilarious. And just hanging out with my friends and shit, we talking about shit. Like we'll just sit down, like one day I just sat down on the couch and we was all having a conversation. And my friend looks over me, he was all like, "Would you ever have sex with a retarded girl?"
Oh my God.
And I was like, you know what? I probably would. Because it's like, how do you know that they don't want dick? Like they don't want to experience that. And I was like, maybe. And that was one of the videos that I came out with. It was like, would you ever have sex with someone who was mentally disabled?
See, I haven't seen that video, but I have thought about that before because there's been times in my life where like one of my friends was fucking with a girl and I'm just looking at her thinking like, she is so stupid that maybe she is retarded. Like maybe she like, cause she has to at least be like, 80% there. Like, and where is that line?
Yeah.
Cause there's gotta be a line, but at the same time, it's like legally, if she's fucking 25, then like nobody's gonna question it. But sometimes like
sometimes you gotta question
it. Or sometimes people should be like grouped together by IQs, Like I don't think somebody with a 140 IQ should be fucking with somebody with a 70 IQ. It's just like that's the power differential,
Facts. I mean, probably in the dating scene, most dudes who know like, how to get around like fucking bimbos.
Right.
That's probably and the idea.
I mean, if you go to a club and you have some like, oil billionaire and he's got a section in the club and he's got fucking all these like 19-year-old girls around him and he's like 45 and he went to Harvard and shit, or I don't know if I'm like actually painting an accurate picture here, but I mean the power difference between them is so extreme that like, you know, that is like she might kind of be like retarded compared to him, right?
Yeah, probably. But
What was your conclusion about that though? Like, or remember you ever watch The Office?
I love The Office.
Remember when Holly thought that Kevin Malone was retarded the whole episode?
Oh yeah, and she was just like going around just like making like passive like yeah.
That had me thinking like, how many people do I know or like are in my social circle who, you know, could kind of pass for like handicapped? I mean,
I haven't. That's why it's so funny because now I'm thinking, I'm like, are any of my friends in my social group?
I got this friend Yuri. I mean, he's on the spectrum. I'm not sure if he's all the way there, but he's on the spectrum.
I feel like sometimes I'm on the spectrum too. I feel like I'll be going.
Nah, you're pretty smart.
Think so?
You didn't try to go to college?
I did, but it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah, no, I went for film. That shit was trash.
Were you like a big internet nerd before you started making skits or anything? 'Cause I feel like you've like gotten there more so, like got more submerged in the internet community and culture.
Like the nerd culture and shit.
Yeah.
Like the anime. Okay, so my boys RDC, they typically put me on the anime because I didn't know the black community fuck with anime like that. Like,
That was kind of how I felt before I started watching a bunch of your shit. I was like, oh, I didn't realize there was like a black anime community online.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're called the term is blerds, right? Black nerds, right?
Okay.
So it's like I didn't know that this was a culture. I didn't know this was a thing until them niggas started talking about it. I'm like, okay, fuck, let me watch anime. And at first I'm like, you know, but it grew on me. And I was like, yo, this shit really crazy. And like the anime debates between black people, like it ain't no like nerd shit. These motherfuckers be like, nigga, what are you talking? Like right. I'm talking about niggas like talking about anime. Like it's so and I feel like that provides a different dynamic to what something we deemed as like nerds, like that shit weird.
Right.
And it created like this whole different dynamic of like, yo, this shit is cool. This shit is cool as fuck. You know what I mean? So it's hella dope. It's hella dope. But
yeah, I've tried. Like, how would you recommend that I try to get into anime? Because I've tried to watch that shit throughout the years a little bit here and there, and it just never really made sense.
What kind of shit you like? Like what kind of like normal shit do you?
I think I watched one episode of Afro Samurai.
Oh, damn, that shit only got like 5 episodes. You like music and shit, right?
Yeah.
I say you fuck with Samurai Champloo, and I can send you some shit. Okay. That shit is like dope. Like it has like it's like heavy hip hop oriented.
Oh
like,
really?
Yeah, but it's like super dope.
When I got into Pokemon Go, I watched like one episode of the cartoon, and I was like, "Why the fuck am I watching this?"
Yeah, that shit kind of Nah, I mean you can watch the Boondocks. That counts as.
I've never seen it.
Really?
I know.
Wow.
I felt kind of ashamed of that, right? That's kind of racist.
Yo, you tripping?
Yeah,
I'm racist. That's okay. That's okay.
Yo, I heard you say the most racist shit in your videos, and it makes me laugh so hard because it's always so out of left field. Like I just don't see it coming.
Yeah, I be doing some wild ass.
You always will empathize with a racist person. You'll be like, "Oh, she doesn't like black people." Me neither.
I don't either.
I'll be like, "Oh my god."
I don't give a fuck about them coons. I don't give a about that shit, man.
There's definitely just a lot of moments where I'm like, I cannot believe that this dude's going for it like that.
Yeah, that shit was wild. When you like DM me, I was like, what the fuck does what does this man want?
You DM me like, why are you following me? And I was like, I watch your shit on YouTube.
Yeah, I was like,
all right.
It was so random. Like I was like,
you have like 500,000 followers. Why can't I be one of them?
I was just like, it's just one of those things, right? It's like, what? Like that's random, but right. I mean, it's all good.
I was also just fascinated. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's from Long Beach. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think I'm from Long Beach. Like they
think it's like a joke, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, we didn't know you were really from Long Beach. I'm like, nigga, why would I say I'm from somewhere if I'm from?
Well, Terry Kennedy was Compton-ass Terry or whatever. He's not from Compton. They just called him that.
Why would he have that?
I think Bam Margera like cooked it up like to give him an image of being like more hood than. But I'm pretty sure he's from like not that far from there. But like Compton, just.
Yeah, that's pretty bogus.
Yeah,
I like that.
But now he's facing murder. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Terry Kennedy's skateboard pro.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Terry Kennedy.
Okay.
TK.
Yeah.
DGK.
DGK. Yeah. But now, it's bad.
That's tough.
He ended up killing another skater.
That's fucking tough.
It's a weird look for. I think he's from Long Beach.
Is he?
Originally, I think, or maybe like Lakewood.
Is he?
East Side Long Beach.
That nigga right there, he knows everything.
Because I know he did his first ever kickflip at Cherry Park. I remember him saying that one time.
That's crazy. Cherry Park.
How far you grow up from the skate park in North Long Beach?
From the skate park? I mean,
I used to go there like every night.
It was right down the street. So
okay.
so like you go Hardin right there. So if you go up the street, you make a left, you walk down to the park, and niggas just go to that park all the time.
Right.
I didn't go to skate park necessarily, but we went to Houghton Park all the time.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers would be niggas call it the local. It ought to be crazy niggas in that motherfucker doing crazy shit, starting fights every day in the bowl.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like niggas would leave school and go to the skate park. You feel me?
That skate park was like, you really like, you got to be with the shits to like survive over there, because I definitely know a bunch of people who got their bikes took, all that.
And niggas got shit stolen. Me personally, I never went to that skate park because I just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would like hear about it from people like, oh, somebody got shot today while we were there. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird. But it's cool.
Nobody ever tried to get you to join a gang?
No, but I mean, I typically hung out around the homies who were in gangs and shit, like niggas who were from 20s and like.
But you were funny enough that they were like not really trying to recruit you.
No, the niggas wouldn't take me serious, nigga. What are you talking about? Like they like I go around throwing up gang signs and be like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "You look stupid right now." And I did. I never agreed. I never necessarily agreed with the idea of gangbanging. You know what I'm saying?
If you like, it's a protection thing. Like if you can make it past it without. Because you know everybody, if you're in your 20s and you join a gang, people will clown you mercilessly. So if you can make it through your teens without joining a gang, then you should really like avoid it if possible.
Yeah.
But also like a lot of people, it's just like a protection thing, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it, and it's like family. A lot of people they grew up in that, so it's like that's what they know. That's what they're conditioned to be a part of. But like I just never got it.
You never got beat up when you were young?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
By my brothers, though.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think I can recall a time where I got beat up by somebody who wasn't like blood.
Because I feel like that's what makes people join a gang. It's like you get your ass beat one time, you're like, no, fuck it, I'm with these guys.
Yeah, you gotta make yourself like look. I don't know though. It's done. I feel like there's a lot of cons to it. Obviously, you feel me? So I just couldn't be a part of it. I would always poke fun at it, but I never, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never even sagged. I never used to sag.
Really?
No, not at all. It's crazy, right?
That's like the ultimate like gang initiation is like go stand on the corner and like let your butt peek out a little bit.
And that's why I had these big ass glasses and made my eyes look huge, and I was like never sagging. There was all like, he's no threat.
Oh, so your eyes look bigger because the glasses like magnify them, kind of?
Yeah, if they're off, they look regular.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. When I'm watching your videos and you don't have glasses on, I am thinking like this guy looks way more normal like this.
Yeah. They're all like, no, you got them. Why don't you get eye surgery? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I just like wearing glasses. You know, I think it's my character.
I got eye surgery like almost 10 years ago, so I got to stop wearing contacts at that point.
Oh man.
And when I think about it, because like sometimes now I'll notice my vision's like a little worse.
Yeah.
I could notice sometimes like, oh shit, like maybe I'm gonna end up wearing glasses again by the end of my life.
Fuck. Would you mind that?
No, honestly, not really, because I think like the main reason I hated wearing glasses back in the day was because I was always getting in fights and I was always falling off my fucking BMX bike and
Jesus,
I would just break them like so much. Like every couple of weeks, I would just destroy them, and it was just terrible.
Fuck. So you had to make that decision.
I had a fucking cable that would like hold them onto my head.
Oh fuck! My dad tried to get me to wear those. I was like, fuck that, dude. Yo, quick question: how did you get started?
I was just doing the BMX thing. I had a bike shop downtown. I started this BMX website in 2006, and then it just kind of, that was my life for like 10 years. And then at some point I started doing all these podcasts with BMX pros and shit. And then at a certain point I started to just interview some rappers. And then it just kind of kept spiraling out of control from there.
That's hella dope. I didn't hear about the No Jumper podcast until, who's that one girl? It was a clip that went viral. The
Eliza,
girl who was
7 dicks.
Yeah, the Suns players.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
That was a great moment.
Yeah, it was.
It sucks because we have girls come on here and act like total whores all the time, but it doesn't always go that viral.
They just come on here and just say some out-of-pocket shit.
Well, now we have the Patreon, patreon.com/nojumper, where people can pay $5 a month to see girls get butt naked.
Right.
And that's hey.
So that's your Patreon, No Jumper. We're $5 a month where you can see girls on there.
Yes, thank you.
Butt ass naked.
Well, like we didn't know it was going to be that buck nutty, but then the first girl, like pretty much the first girl we had on, she got butt naked. She made her pussy talk. She was going making her pussy talk.
What do y'all do in that situation? Like what?
Just sat back and gasped and took in the greatness.
You just let that happen?
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Sexy Asian chick too.
Fuck. Can you guys like get a girl to spread her ass cheeks on? Please do that for me.
We had a girl in here the other day that she was doing mad outfit changes and she was spinning around and stuff, and I was like, show the camera your butthole, and she just right into the camera, just spread. I'm like, you could like see what she just ate for lunch and shit.
I definitely have to sign up for that Patreon.
It's made my life a lot more fun.
But it seems amazing.
It is.
That seems amazing. Like, I'm actually jealous.
It's like doing all the rapper interviews and stuff is great, but like doing these incredibly easy Patreon episodes where we just hang out with the chicks and just talk about whatever, it's a blast.
Yeah, that's dope. Who's your favorite rapper that you interviewed?
Like in recent memory or ever?
Ever.
Chet Hanks.
I don't even know who that is.
Tom Hanks' son. You don't know him? He's
a rapper?
You really don't know Chet Hanks?
No. Wow. That's how out of touch I am.
You are, huh?
I'm very out of touch.
Where would you say you get your news?
I don't like news.
Really, at all?
Yeah. I feel like everything is fabricated. Yeah.
What do you do? Like, give me the daily routine. You wake up in the morning at what time on an average day?
So on an average day, when I have my son or when I don't?
Without. Let's get hedonistic.
Okay, bet. So I'm probably drunk the night before. So I'll probably wake up around 11.
You drink a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not an alcoholic, but I love drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wake up and I just, what the fuck do I do? If I'm making a video, I'll make a video.
What time do you wake up though on average?
On average, 10, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
10, 11 o'clock. I'll probably get on the game. If I don't, I'm making a video from like 1 to 3, 1 to 4.
It could take you 4 hours to make a video?
It depends on what the concept is.
Yeah, do you typically do it all in one go? Do you script out the whole thing and then make it right after? Or do you script it, sit on it for a little bit, then record it later?
I get the idea. Depending on what it is, I'll sit on it for a little bit. Like the school shooter video, my very first one, that shit was sitting in the archives for 2 years. I sat on that for like 2 years. Then it came up again, and then I'll script it, like literally right then and there. Like for 100% of my videos, or like 95, I'll script the whole thing that day, and then I'll go. Like the rapping videos, I do those so quick, and I don't know how. Those videos, that anything when I'm rapping in it is done that day,
right?
Except for my gay rap videos.
Why? That takes longer?
Yeah, because I have to come up with like all type of wordplay and shit.
Do you ever watch gay porn to try to like come up with ideas?
I used to. I couldn't get into it. Like I couldn't get into it. Like I had to stop.
You ever seen gay porn for real?
No, for real. Yeah, I actually have.
How? Where it just was on?
So basically, I was
on at the barbershop.
Put it on at the barbershop. No, man, I forgot what.
That's a Long Beach Griffy video when you walk in the barbershop and they're playing gay porn.
And they're playing porn. That's dope on the surround sound.
See, boom! I got an idea for you right there.
Damn.
I feel like you can make that really funny. Okay, what were you saying?
Yeah, that'd be wild. Yeah, it was on the homepage of Pornhub one time, and I was just like, let me see.
Right.
You know, let me get what's all the hype?
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. Like, I feel like they're too rough.
Really?
Yeah, they're too rough with each other.
When I was 19, my friend was on the fucking subway, and he saw like a VHS tape, and he picked it up, and he immediately knew it was porn, but he didn't know what kind. It was just like, you could kind of tell back in the day. It was like 2004.
Right.
And he brings it back to the crib, and I'm getting tattooed, and he was like, meet me there. And he's like, I found this tape, and it's definitely porn. Let's see what's on it. He pops it in. And it was gay porn, and we were just sitting there laughing and squirming so hard watching it, just like.
Was they going crazy? I heard dudes can suck dick really good.
I don't know. I remember like my friend being so shocked that the dude who was getting fucked didn't have a boner.
What, really? I mean, I feel like once it's like when you're doing butt stuff, it's hard to maintain an erection.
Yeah, if you both had it. I think if you have a huge dick in your ass, it's probably hard to stay hard.
Yeah, because that's where your like prostate is. So it's like, I think it'd be hard.
You ever had a doctor stimulate your prostate?
No, but I heard it feels fire.
Doctor did it to me recently.
And did you come?
A little tiny droplet.
Fuck. Would you ever like?
That's why he did it. He wanted to see if there was like something that would indicate that I was fucking sick or whatever in my. But he had to stimulate the prostate.
Did you guys make eye contact?
No, he was from behind. It fucking felt so weird, dude.
Like, did you like bend over? Did you like kind of just like?
Yeah, I was fully bent over the fucking bench in the doctor's office.
That's fucking hot, dude. That's fucking hot, bro.
It was terrible, bro.
That's crazy. I don't know. I want to talk more about this.
Felt so weird.
Would you? Okay, no, we can.
But then, okay, when he did it, like almost nothing came out of my dick.
Damn, where did it all come out of?
And then he made me pee because then like he's like it's probably it's trapped in your urethra, so you have to pee to get it out.
Yeah.
And then the truth is that then he said you have an infection in your prostate or some shit, and I had to take these fucking antibiotics for almost a month before I went away.
Fuck, dude. But was the ejaculation, was it worth it when you came?
I wouldn't say it like felt good in like that way. Like I wasn't like, I've absolutely never thought about it since.
Would you ever would you ever go back down that avenue? Like, would you like jack off and like stimulate your prostate at the same time?
I don't think that's for me.
You don't think so?
But then sometimes
have you tried it though?
But then you feel like, am I not being adventurous enough?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like sexuality is a spectrum at the end of the day.
Do you ever feel like you should just kiss a dude just to see?
Like
actually,
again,
you're
like
into
again?
anime. You probably do that sometimes.
Like again?
I feel like that's normal.
Like again? Nah.
Or what's it called? The Blerds? The Blerds don't make out.
Yeah, I don't think, not us. I don't think we do that.
Different style.
We don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might kiss a dude. It depends on the context.
For a skit or just like?
Not for a skit. I don't think they do
take
for
ecstasy.
A skit. That'd be weird, man.
I feel like if you take ecstasy,
I might fuck that dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck that dude.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, right. Especially if he's handsome. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find men attractive?
No, not like that.
Do you find like them like they look good?
Just
you never
keep
seen
prying
someone
at it, make it a little.
try to get an answer out of you.
Hey, okay. Here's a question. Oh fuck! I wrote a really good question. I'm gonna read the question because I thought it was really fucking funny when I wrote this earlier. All right. Is Aiden Ross colonizing the sus wave that you've been pushing?
Damn. You know what?
Have you ever thought that? Like,
I'm
the gay originator.
No shade to Aiden Ross because I watch his streams. He's hilarious. He's a hilarious dude. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I don't necessarily feel like I did, right? I don't feel like I did because people are sus, period, right? People are sus, period. So I don't.
There's a lot of people who have that sense of humor, but then it's like not mainstream enough.
Yeah.
So that like when Aiden does it, people are like so shocked, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't necessarily feel like that. I think people were sus from the beginning of time. People were sus from the beginning of time. So I don't think that. Do I think I do it better? Yes. And if Aiden Ross, if you want to have a sus rap battle, we can set that up.
Oh,
we
that is
we
a
have
great
mutuals.
idea.
We have
Wow.
mutuals. We have Your Rage. We have AMP. We have all them people. We can set it up. We know the same people.
But you know how like these little black girls will like come up with these crazy dances, and then Addison Rae just takes the dance from them, and like we'll do it, and then she gets all the clout.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like almost kind of the dynamic we have going here. Like you're the gay one.
Yeah, I'm fucking gay as fuck.
Aiden Ross is straight, pretending he's gay.
Yeah, he don't really suck dick out here. He be capping for his fault. You be capping. He be capping. You don't be topping niggas. You don't. Aiden.
Yeah.
You don't.
You're too scared. Fuck your fucking crypto brand deals up and you suck dick on camera.
He won't do it. Aiden's fucking pussy. You won't do it, Aiden.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Nah, man. I don't think so. I think you gay, you gay. You know?
So you into hentai?
I can't get into it, but I do love titties. I do love anime titties.
Really?
Yeah, I can't really get into it. I tried to beat off to it one time and it just didn't work. I got too invested into the plot. Yeah. It's like my dick was out fully erect and then it went down when I felt like the story was very good. You know?
I don't know if I could. Yeah, I think I put on hentai one time for like a minute or two. It was just like, what the fuck am I watching? This isn't for me.
I mean, it's a little weird, but at the same time, it's like it's interesting. Most of my friends watch it, actually watch it, like full length. Like they don't really care about the sex aspect.
But is it like a porno where it's like mostly? Because I'm trying to imagine what it would be like. Is it like mostly sex with like weird little like intro skits, or is it like?
So it's like have you ever watched the softcore porn that came on HBO?
Used to watch that all the time.
So
Skinamax.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Hotel Erotica, shout out.
Okay.
So it's shit like that. You feel me? So it's like they have a story and then they'll have sex and then they'll go off and then have another story and they'll just have sex, you know, all throughout the hentai. So it's kind of like that.
That's cool because like you ever think it's weird that like real movies in the theater that they never have sex or that they have sex but they don't like show it.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I'm more in tune to the people that actually like have sex.
I would like to watch like a full Quentin Tarantino movie, but like where there's like scenes in the movie where they're having sex and it's like shot really beautifully. You actually see a dick going in and out of a pussy. I think that would be like really big.
Yeah, and he can set up some really good shots. I think that'd be really great.
And he could be screaming the N-word at them the whole time.
Man, I went on a Tarantino binge recently, and the sense of the N-word is just crazy.
God. Yeah.
But it's in good context, I believe. You know
it is, but it's also like if I was writing a movie script, I would probably just like not give myself any N words.
Right.
So it's interesting that in like 15 movies in a row, he gave himself like a ton.
And I noticed watching his films. This is what I noticed. Right. He throws that out there because it'll make their death more. It'll make it more great. You know what I'm saying? It'll make it more justifiable. Right. Because they pick up on how trash these characters are. Like in Reservoir Dogs when they were fucking throwing nigger around 24. All those dudes died, but we don't care about those dudes because they were saying something that was obviously offensive. So it puts them in a boat where it's like, you know.
But in Pulp Fiction, it's like he's not really being presented as this like horrible racist, but he is like saying, you know, like does my garage look like it's dead N-word storage
dead
or whatever?
Nigger storage. And it's so funny because people didn't understand like the why that scene was like was what it was. People they heard nigger and they were like, oh, they're saying nigger to a black man, but that was the I guess fiction. That was like the whole idea of like, oh, this is weird. He's saying nigger to someone else and he's not getting offended, but he also has a black wife. You know?
Yeah.
So it was a weird situation, period.
But like Samuel L. Jackson can't get offended in that moment because this guy's literally like keeping him out of prison by giving him this fucking old shitty T-shirt to wear and stuff because their car is covered in blood at that moment.
Facts. It was weird, and people just like they really didn't pick up on that. They just picked up on like him saying nigger. You know what I'm saying? Nigger.
Yeah, because
I love that word.
It's weird. It's weird when somebody like, okay, I still clearly remember the first time that somebody said the hard R to me.
Nigger.
Yes, but without, he wasn't like trying to be super racist. It was weird. A car accident in North Carolina. We're freezing fucking cold. They finally give us a ride to the body shop so that we drop the car off. And this random guy, we're in North Carolina, just gives us a ride to the hotel. And he's passing by one hotel and driving us to another hotel. He goes, I don't want to drop you off at this one because there's a whole bunch of hard R's that are like lurking around outside. And like, but he said it like very matter of factly. I had never heard somebody say the N-word like that.
Casually?
I had always heard people say it trying to be funny in the context of jokes, maybe even out of anger.
Right.
But I never heard somebody say it where it's like they're like just trying to help me out, giving me good advice. Because I mean, it was probably a sketchier hotel, sure.
Yeah.
I would have probably said that hotel is sketchy.
So it's just so casual, like what did that would scare me.
Me and my
if it was
friend,
so
we
casual.
both were in the back seat and we both look at each other like, because we're like 18, 19. We never heard someone say it like that. That was very eye-opening.
That's wild. I would literally be like, that was a little bit too casual. I don't know what goes down here.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say because the guy's giving me a ride, so it's like I can't. What am I supposed to yell at him? Like,
Yeah,
just didn't really.
I would have agreed. I'd have been like, man,
You're telling me.
oh my god. I'm like, whew, yeah, gotta watch out for that.
Oh, you want to hear something crazy too?
Yeah.
I'm just hitting you with random facts, but I interviewed this prostitute the other day. This girl who was on Soft White Underbelly YouTube channel. This girl Royalty, and she talks about like learning the rules of prostituting herself, and like.
Right.
She talks about like number one rule, no black guys. And I'm just like what are you talking about? Like why is that so obvious to you? She's just like, they're crazy. They'll kill you.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But she seems so confident in this analysis of the clientele who wants to purchase.
Yeah.
But I'm also, because she's black. So I'm thinking like, maybe they feel more comfortable fucking with you because you're black.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
because she even said that a lot of the white and Hispanic girls that she knows don't feel that way, but she feels that way.
so I agree, but at the same time,
Knowing
it's
nothing
like,
about it, I totally agree.
Yeah, it's like I just feel like I don't know, like that's kind of, it's safe, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why are you doing that? Did you have a bad experience? Do they not pay well?
Well, yeah, why?
Because black people don't tip.
Well, at least one guy raped her and another guy tried to kill her.
Oh, that's
and I'm
fucked.
pretty sure they were both black.
That's fucked.
But either way, why would you even get into selling pussy on Figueroa if you weren't also down to have a commitment to diversity?
Right. No, I get that. I've drove down Fig for the first time this year.
How was it?
Well, last year.
Did you see craziness?
No. Them bitches out there are bad.
Really?
Yeah.
She said
bad.
that they're like naked.
I didn't see no naked hoes, but I seen a lot of light-skinned bitches. I seen a couple of trans women. Bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
You into that?
Trans women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say no.
Women.
Yeah, they're
Trans women are women. They're women. They're women, guys. They're women. They're women. And yes, I am.
for sure.
You know, it's a spectrum.
It's exactly the same.
It's a spectrum. You know, we were conditioned to believe, you know, certain
that
things.
it was different, but they're the same. Yeah,
the same.
No, totally. Doesn't it feel like kind of a like a letdown that the Olympics came and passed, and that like everybody was worried about all these trans women dominating the sport? And
I
then
feel like we should let them go in. We should let them definitely go.
just conquer.
Did you hear that joke that Dave Chappelle made?
No, what did he say?
he said if LeBron James changed his gender and went over to the WNBA and put up 846 points. I feel like it would make things more interesting if we let trans women play in the WNBA. It would be perfect because now people can't talk about the gender, the pay gap. They won't talk about it. They won't talk about how
That's got to be on the verge of happening. Like it's a miracle that there's nobody in the WNBA yet who ain't pushing that line.
We need it to happen. We need it. I want to go to a WNBA game. I never went to one.
Right, but you would go if LeBron was playing.
Of course, if they start dunking, of course I would love to. I would love to.
Right.
Why am I paying $13 to see somebody do a layup?
But everybody like, it's interesting in the Olympics how there's so much like rooting, like everybody's rooting for Sha'Carri. And then she fucks up, and it's like everyone, like,
bro, I was so mad. I was so mad.
You were mad.
Like, y'all were literally cheering this woman on, trying to like, let her run. Then she ran, and y'all are like, damn, why did you run? Like, like it's like they can't win.
And that's the fucked up thing for me, for her, is like, bro, like she didn't ask to become the fucking spokesperson for every black person on earth, but somehow people just embedded this into her just because she failed the drug test too.
Exactly.
Like if it wasn't for that, then nobody would have probably even thought of her any differently than every other girl out there.
Exactly. Which is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's like we're for her, everyone. We're for her. Then she loses. Exactly. And like people are like all on Twitter talking about some. If I was Sha'Carri, I would have act like I had to pull the hamstring or something like that. It's like, why are y'all on this woman? Like, why y'all? You feel me? So it's a weird dynamic, bro. The internet's weird.
It's almost like people shouldn't just like take these random athletes and just prop them up as if they're like representatives of their entire identity group.
Exactly. But we need to make these. We need to be more inclusive, and we need to let trans women into these areas because I want to see that. I want to be there. I want to be there. Like football, that'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Definitely, we need women in football.
Yeah.
I seen somebody try to cancel you on Twitter just because of calling your homies and telling them that you want to fucking twerk on them or some shit, or like
the internet is wild.
I was just like, how the fuck are they gonna cancel him for that joke?
I don't know, because it's this thing called queer baiting. This thing called queer baiting. They say if you're on the internet trying to act like you're gay for likes, then you're a bad person. It's like, I'm not acting gay. I'm gay. Not acting.
I mean, I feel like the queer baiting thing is like you're being funny.
Right.
That's different.
And it's not, it doesn't come from a place of like malice. Like, I'm not trying to be malicious out here. Like, I just like I like to have fun. Like, I like to joke. Like, it's fun joking. It's fun joking about being gay. Not in Aiden's case, because Aiden not gay. He's a capper. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like.
It is just so weird. Like, I don't understand people trying to cancel people for jokes in general. Because even if the joke isn't funny or if the joke is over the line, it's like, it's still a joke.
Yeah.
You can't cancel me for a joke.
Exactly.
I was trying to be funny.
Exactly, and the intent. It's about the intent, right? It's about the intent. It's not about what you say. It's your intention behind it. I don't have any malicious intent about trans women, fat people, mentally disabled people. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm all inclusive, right? I don't. My intent is not that. But if I'm going to make this joke about this situation, and I'm going to be using it. It's like everybody wants to be a part of something. They all want to be included. I'm going to include your ass in these jokes.
Yeah.
You're coming into these jokes. You want to be you want to be included in everything. You want to be a part of everything. You want to feel like a normal human of society. Bring your out. You're going to be dragged into this. You know, that's how I feel about it.
No, yeah, totally. Everybody needs these bars.
No, of course.
How can you not?
Exactly.
I just like hate the idea that there's like certain categories of people who don't get to get made fun of.
Yeah, and that's trash. That's trash. People need to understand, like, they're not coming at these people with the intent to be like bad to these people. It's like, well, some people do, you know, but at the same time, it's like it's a joke. It's a joke.
Right.
And people feel like, no, if you joke about it, you're serious about it. And you're gonna tell me
The hilarious thing is that they try to equate it with violence automatically. Like, trans women are being killed, and you're going to make a joke about them?
You're disgusting. Every day, a trans woman's getting killed, especially a trans woman of color. You're black. You should understand this. You should understand it. And I'm like, everybody's getting killed every day for being who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody gets, you don't have any leniency because you're a certain, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no leniency. This is what being a part of society is.
Right.
You're being targeted. You're fighting for what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to bring up, people get mad when you're like, let's think about slavery. And they're all like, wow, so now you want to put up other struggles against other struggles. And I'm like, no, I'm not. But at the same time, you got to look at over here. It's like, it's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
People are weird on the internet.
I know. I just it feels like it's impossible for you to really exist in that space, though. You're somebody who's always pushing the line.
Facts.
Always just being as funny as possible. But then at the same time, you're surrounded. And you know what it is? It's not even just the people who get offended. It's the fact that the people who get offended can then sort of like push their whims onto other people that you're friends with who have probably never got pussy in their whole life. So a girl tells them, like, you need to cancel Griffy. Boom. They're out.
Boom. And that's what, as of recently, that's how I've been handling a certain situation. Is like people are telling these based on how I act and how the type of nigga that I am. Like, I'm a solid ass dude. So it's like, if you, just to save face, if you got to go over here and tell this person they did this, you need to stop unfollowing, because if you're following him, you go for whatever he's believing in. And it's like, they backed him in the corner. They don't want to get canceled. So they're like, oh my God, I can't associate with this person. But it's like, they doing it to save face. But me, I don't care about none of that shit. Like, I don't care about who know me. I don't care about where you are on any, like, I can't. Like, I'm going to speak on whatever I want to speak on, period. Like, nobody's going to stop me from saying what I want to say. Like, just me coming from, like, just making these videos. It's like, I'm not going to stop saying what I'm going to say. Like, nobody's going to stop me. You feel me? And then the moment people try to get the moment people try to get that, they see that window and they see, oh, they're canceling Griffy. We tried it in 2018. It didn't work. Let's try it again. Based on what? But
do you feel like you're already canceled enough that, you're not going to get a fucking Disney deal? You're not going to get like a fucking Nike collab?
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny though.
Just by putting out the jokes that you've already put out, it's like there's certain things that are just not going to happen. Right?
Yeah, of course. Disney, that's out the window. Right. Of course. It probably almost anything. But I do. My God, I'm gonna tell you after the show. But I'm still getting opportunities, crazy opportunities. Dope, like people in that medium that want to work with me, but they can't right now because they just saw, like, they scared of getting quote unquote canceled. But nothing. Stuff blows over in about a week.
Is there any part of you though that wants to clean your content up in general? Like, did you want to like become less offensive over time? I guess you have become less offensive over time. When you say, like, you've kind of toned it down.
I've calmed down a lot. I've calmed down a lot. So I feel like I'm in a place where it's just like, this is my brand. This is my brand. My brand is being the one who stands up against all the bullshit in the world. And it's not my obligation to, but when I see some goofy shit, I'm gonna talk about it. You feel me? It's not my obligation, but that's my brand. The unapologetic, edgy ass, quote unquote comedian. You know what I'm saying? And I'll die on that hill. I
mean, being a comedian does give you so much room to be able to like be funny without people. Like, just being able to say I'm a comedian just gives you a shitload of room to get away with that.
Yeah, true. But like, it's also, you got that. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like, you can't say that because of this, and these people are going through this. So why would you make that joke?
Danny Mullen just recently was saying something about like cutting a woman's body, how he wants some woman's body to be cut apart because of something she said. Oh man! And he had like a comedy show that night and like a bunch of other different shows planned and shit, and they fucking canceled all of them. They couldn't even get a venue.
Are you serious?
Because the feminists who were mad at them were so consistent with hitting up the venues and stuff that he had like a bunch of venues canceled over the course of a week.
That's so terrible.
Poor guy.
It's like, don't go.
I know, right?
You weren't going to go anywhere. And this is the thing. This is one of the biggest things I have with a problem with social media. If you don't like something on the internet, you can scroll past it, and it's a dynamic that people don't understand. They feel like when they see something that bothers them, they need to comment on it. Why do you feel the need that you need to comment on something you don't like? If I don't like coffee, why am I gonna go in a coffee shop and be like, I hate coffee? What does that do for anybody?
Right.
That makes you look like a fucking goofball.
But it's all under the guise of like have to protect certain people.
Yeah, but it's weird though. It's like, why this doesn't pertain to you? So why won't you just what's the damage in walking right past it or just ignoring it? You can just ignore it. You can ignore it, you know. But people don't. They feel like they're inclined. Everybody on the internet feels like they're inclined to an opinion, which they are. But they feel like their opinion is more important than whatever they're angry at.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like that's not the case. Like you're not entitled. You're not entitled. No one's entitled on the internet. And everybody has this sense of entitlement where I see something I don't like. I have that community of something that everybody else does. We all agree we don't like this. So I'm going to retweet this and all of my friends are going to retweet this and we're going to talk about how bad you are and how much of a slime ball you are because you posted something we don't like.
One of the best ones you ever had was that how cancel culture works.
Oh, it's
just like, why are you doing this? I don't know.
They don't. Why are you bringing up people's old tweets? For what?
Right.
To say what? To say what? Like, what is this doing? How is this progressive?
Right.
They don't. People just want to be mad.
I had to delete a lot of old tweets.
I didn't delete any tweets.
My 2010 era tweets. Me and my friends, like, I generally feel like me and a lot of my friends have like the most offensive sense of humor that you could possibly have.
Do you say the N-word?
No, not like that.
Not like that? At least you're honest.
Too much of a hip hopper.
I feel that.
That one's always been off limits. But no, everything else is like pretty much up for hilarity.
Yeah, I love that.
And it just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about this world we live in.
Yeah. Is it even a world?
I don't know. What's the option? What's the alternative to a world?
Simulation.
I watched this video where you were talking about how these two girls came up to you and told you we're hoes and they wanted to
suck my dick
together.
Yo, Trail, that shit was fucking crazy, right?
I'm still confused why you didn't do it though. Why didn't you do it?
Because
You're too overwhelmed.
I had morals that night.
Morals.
I had morals that night. Man, listen, man. I went to DreamCon. DreamCon is a
Oh, this was at DreamCon.
Yeah, it was at DreamCon.
Oh boy.
So it was an after party, and I'm drunk as shit, right? And I'm walking. I'm just like minding my own business. Bitches come out of nowhere. Oh my God, I love you so much. I'm like, okay, cool. This is the regular shtick. And then she was like, yo, I want to eat your ass. That was the first thing she said, right? And I was like, I ain't never got my ass ate. I'm down for that shit. Fuck it, right?
Right.
And then her white friend comes up behind us and was like, oh, hi, like, we love your videos. She was like, literally like, we're hoes. And we're like, okay. And then the black girl's like, oh no, well, you know, I'm more of a whore with class. I have morals now. I'm a classy hoe. And I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my ass ate. Whatever, I don't know what you're talking about.
What that even mean? She was like, literally, like, we would literally suck your dick. And I was like, whoa. What?
Are there a lot of girls at DreamCon giving off vibes like this?
Nah.
So this felt extra special.
Yeah, it felt extra. It was wild.
Were they wearing like Sailor Moon outfits and shit? That's what I'm imagining. I'm just like trying to figure out what this looked like.
Nah, man, they were in like casual clothes. They were in like I think they were like dress skirt dresses or I don't know. I don't remember.
Japanese like schoolgirl outfits.
Bro, I was fucking drunk. I can't recall on what they had on, but I remember they were trying to slop me, and I was like, nah. Good.
Really?
I got morals sometimes.
You just didn't.
I was looking for the niggas that night.
You ever get head from two girls at the same time though?
Not yet.
Damn it.
That's on my bucket list.
You gotta get in there.
That's on my bucket list. I haven't had time to set that up. So like I'm not saying if anybody out there watching this podcast want to suck my dick at the same time, but if you want to do that, you can hit me up at Long Beach Griffy on YouTube or Long Beach _Griffy on Instagram if you want to do that.
I remember like right before I got into the relationship that I'm in now, like 5 years ago when the channel was first starting to pop up, that I definitely had a few times where like I would have like a pair of girls who wanted to fuck and they were like blatantly just like, they just saw me as someone who had clout so they could just fuck me together and know that it's not like, you know, I would be cool about it. Yeah. That nobody would ever like, you know, it would never be like a thing where it's like, it's not like I'm going to tell your boyfriend or whatever. I'm not going to tell anyone because I don't give a fuck. Yeah. And that, you know, it's like, there's a certain way that feels where it's like an honorable feeling of like, wow, like these women have entrusted me to just sort of be like the hired dick in this like threesome.
Fuck, and you've had a threesome before, right?
Hundreds.
Dude, how do you? Okay, so I have anxiety. How the fuck do you distribute the time between both women? Because I feel like my anxiety would tap in, and I would get soft because I wouldn't know how to distribute the time equally. I feel like if I'm fucking someone else for too long, I feel like she would be like, well, you know, I feel like she feel like I would be neglecting her in a sense.
It's like a dance.
A dance?
Like you have to like use the whole stage. You have to be like able to, you know, you don't want to like leave the left side of the stage undanced upon. You want to like flutter between both sides. You know, you just like, and especially now with it being like for OnlyFans most of the time, that makes it a lot easier because you're like you're thinking about how it's gonna look on camera as well. But also you clearly need to be more attentive to like if you're seeing one of the girls, like in my case, my girl's involved. It's like you want to like make sure you don't like leave her out of it. But then at the same time, you know, just sort of like go back and forth. I don't know. You know, you gotta figure out how to distribute it evenly though.
Yeah, those are one of those things that keep me up at night because I want to have a threesome.
Gotta get in there, man.
Fuck.
It really makes you feel like the man. Like wow, like more than one human,
dude,
servicing me.
That sounds so fucking awesome.
Don't get too addicted to it though. I hear about rappers sometimes who are like, a night for them is like they all have like 20 girls come over and they're fucking them all raw dog.
Raw dogging all of them?
Like 20 girls.
How do you have that much dick? I barely have dick for one girl.
I assume they're not like nutting for each girl.
So they're just passing them?
Yeah.
And they're just getting fucked and they're like...
It's confusing to me too because, you know, I like the idea of sleeping with multiple girls in a night, but the idea of like having like a whole cheerleading troupe.
Yeah, that's
too much.
I feel like that's kind of weird too.
This is too much of a good thing.
Yeah. Have you ever been to like a swinger party?
Yeah.
How's the vibe in there? Like, do people have good conversation? Is what I want to know.
So,
I'm all about good vibes.
It was in Vegas at the AVNs, the awards show, and somebody like invited us to this like, you know, fetish party or whatever, and we pull up, and there's some like girls who are like crucified. They're like, you know, all strapped and chained up, and people are whipping them and doing all this shit.
Fuck yeah.
And then this like guy comes out who's like wearing all this leather. And then there's this
like in a gimp suit.
And then there's a chick and she's wearing a huge fucking strap on.
That's so fucking
she just starts
hot.
Plowing this guy in the ass in the middle of the, like over and over and over.
Was he throwing it back? Like, was he thick?
No, he was thin.
He was
from what
thin.
I recall, thin white man.
Was his back arched?
Yeah.
Fuck. Was it a good arch?
Amazing. the best arch. No, and then he's sucking it out of his own ass too, friend. And this happened. We were probably only at this party for like 2 hours. My girl, when I was watching it, my girl's checking, she's tapping me on the penis, trying to see if I'm getting hard or not.
Fuck.
That was fire.
Speaking of porn, are you going to Exotica?
I don't know, but sure, maybe. Probably not, but it's like here.
Nah, it's in Miami.
Oh hell no.
Makes sense.
That's a lot.
So he was getting plowed.
Yeah. Like bad, like hard. Like me and her just standing there like, what the fuck are we watching?
Is that even like legal?
Well, I don't know, because it was in this like big like.
Not that, just the fucking part.
Is it illegal to fuck a man in the ass with a strap on?
That hard.
That hard.
I feel like it should be sometimes.
I mean, yeah, I could have seen this being illegal. But either way, it's like the way they get you there, bro. They like have to like you meet this in this random parking lot. There's a shuttle that goes to this giant like nondescript building behind someone's house.
Is it like a spy thing where they put the fucking thing over your head?
No, but that would have been hard too. No, but it's like it's a guy's house, and then he's built this giant nondescript building behind his house to facilitate his sex parties. The neighbors have to know at a certain point.
They have to. They have to be there. I would. If there was a sex party going on next door, I'd probably have to pull up at least a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, if my neighbors were having a sex party and they invited me, but I don't want to feel like I have to get involved.
Me too.
You know?
I would like to see what's going on around.
Yeah.
I think that'd be more interesting for me.
I mean, there weren't really any like heterosexual sex acts going on at this fetish party. And then you know what? I was tweeting about it, and then all the people from the party were like making fun of me on Twitter for being vanilla.
That's that they have a name for it.
That's what they call people who aren't into like dudes getting fucked in the ass with strap-ons.
Oh fuck! They have it's a whole world.
A whole world.
Bro, I gotta fucking go, man.
Yeah, you gotta get in there.
I just want to see, man. Like I want to experience it.
If you did a gay porn, that could be like your greatest comedic feat.
Fuck, I want to direct a gay porn. I feel like that holds more weight.
Start there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want a good, like you said, Tarantino shit. I think that's what that's the type of porn I want.
Make it beautiful.
Beautiful as fuck, elegant. Brokeback Mountain, man.
You ever seen that?
No, I want to watch. I heard it's a good film. If
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
being honest, I heard it was like a really good film.
I saw it right when it came out in the theater.
Bro, that's fucking dope.
It was great.
Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, he's amazing. He's amazing. So I would like to see him in that.
I heard you talking about getting pegged with Violet as well.
Yo, Violet, she's wild. Shout out to Violet. She's fucking dope as shit, man. I thought I had a very ignorant understanding of porn stars. I just always thought sex. But outside of that, like, I never even, like, meeting her, I don't even think about that shit, like, when you're around. We just talk about anime all day and shit.
She's into that too, huh?
Yeah. Anime's fucking dope.
She came on the podcast a long ass time ago and talked about how she wanted someone to shit on her. And she got way bigger since then. She blew up.
Yeah, she's told me many stories.
Probably at least partially because of the shit talk. Like, it went viral like over and over and over.
Yeah.
Like, this girl wants to get shit on. And there's probably a lot of girls who want to get shit on.
That's wild. What's the nastiest shit you ever did? You look like a freak, Adam.
Probably shit on my girl's face.
How was that? Did
just
you like
kidding.
paint it?
Just kidding.
You smear it? You smear it around.
He didn't even skip a beat. Like,
I'm
just dropping
interested.
loads on.
How was it? Like, what was the shit? What was the condition of the shit that you shitted in?
No,
Like,
I've never had like a shit-based sexual experience, to be honest.
No, there's like shit like creep you out.
I mean, in a sexual sense, yeah. Not really. I'm trying to have too much poop involved.
Yeah, that can be nasty.
I mean, at this point, all the crazy shit I've done sexually, though, was just like fucking a bunch of girls in one night.
Yeah, how many?
Like maybe 4, 5.
That's a lot. You got enough dick for that? Did you like take any? Like take anything?
Yeah, cocaine.
Fuck.
So this was a few years ago. I don't do that anymore.
Fuck. How is cocaine?
You got to try it.
I do it one time.
Probably a lot more than that. Probably do it like 15 times in a night.
15.
Yeah.
Me and the homies talk about doing crack.
And the same thing, really.
Have you done crack?
No.
I heard you don't come back from that.
I mean, I've heard that too. But I mean, I did meth one time and I came right back.
Is that like embedded in like white culture? Like, do you have
To just do some meth at
yeah,
some point?
do you have to? Is that like a thing in like the white culture?
Yeah. It's like a big thing for us.
He's over there like, no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
No, you have to.
You have to do meth.
Even Joe Biden did it.
I mean, I think Joe Biden. I think he does a lot of shit, man.
He seems like it.
He looks like a wild
He's
man.
not faring too well right now. I love how nobody's allowed to talk about how fried he is.
What's going on in that? I'm not really into politics. Like,
I don't know, but I just like how, like, when he first came on the scene and people were talking about him in the news and stuff, it was like, yo, this guy's brain don't really work that good. And now it's like, he's fine.
that man is a. Joe Biden isn't a real person, man. I don't know who's under that skin, but it's not a person.
He's like an old mannequin.
Bro, he's something. He's like, what's that fucking? It doesn't even matter, man. I got ADHD. I be going crazy sometimes.
It wouldn't really, like, could you see Joe Biden being a deep fake?
What does that mean?
It's like the technology they have now where they like can basically
deep
like
fake, okay.
create like a fake version of you. Like there was a fake Tom Cruise on TikTok doing all this goofy ass shit, and it was just a guy who kind of looked like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Just like a regular stock looking white guy, and they have so many images of Tom Cruise's face that they were able to basically like edit Tom Cruise's face onto this guy's face, and it was so spot on that like most people like could not tell that it was fake if you didn't know that this was something that Tom Cruise wouldn't do. And then like they can completely recreate people's voices based on like all the, you know, if you've done 1,000 movies or whatever, it's like we have audio of you saying everything that's ever been said.
That's fucking crazy. I do believe that. I do believe that there are deep fakes out there. Which is scary. Which is very scary.
Because they're making porno with people who've never done porn.
Really?
And then they're putting it on Pornhub and shit. And then all of a sudden you got, you know, Celine Dion getting railed out on Pornhub.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Well, like I don't know if it was her, but
there's like a whole website where like they do like the whole face masking thing, and you can literally see like Selena Gomez, you can see Angelina Jolie. Only been on there like a handful of times, but it's a pretty dope thing. I think it's good for imagination.
it could be bad for the world at large, though. Technology is just going to keep getting better. Imagine there's like a video of you doing something terrible and like you're like, no, it's a deep fake and nobody believes you.
Fuck. I mean, you know, handprints and stuff like that.
That's a good point. It's going to take more than video evidence.
Yeah, yeah. And knowing the type of person I am, I'd probably admit to doing it.
You just admit right away.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the person like just fucking a goat. I'm like, I'm into bestiality now.
You ever give that a go?
Fucking a goat?
Or any kind of animal?
It wasn't frowned upon.
Society. Fuck society, dude.
I don't know, man. Sheeps are thick.
But growing up in Northside Long Beach, you never knew anyone who like fucked animals or anything? No?
Nah,
It's not really a thing out there.
Yeah.
More of a east side
That's
thing.
the east side thing. I don't know what they do on the east side, man. I don't know. It's dirty over there, so maybe. Maybe, man. That's hilarious.
What do you got coming out that you can tell us about? Like things coming down the pipe? Pause.
That I can tell you about? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing I can say on camera.
I saw like a YouTuber influencer guy I know the other day, and I was like, "What you been working on?" He's like, "I'm just chilling." You're like, I ain't
That's
doing
me.
shit.
That's me.
I'm like,
Literally.
that's tight.
That's me.
fucking-
24 hours. I don't do shit. Like I just be chilling.
I wish I could say that. Jam my schedule with everything possible.
You're a busy dude. You taking over the
So
world,
stupid.
Adam.
What am I doing?
Taking over the world.
It's a waste of time. I should chill more.
Everything is a waste of time. Since you don't believe in the afterlife, none of this shit matters.
No, that's real too. Yeah.
You feel me? So I mean, I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know.
That's Long Beach Griffy's message to the world out there. Fuck y'all. I don't know what I'm doing.
Pretty much. I'll just be chilling. I'll just be chilling.
Chilling. Have you been on any girls' OnlyFans yet? You ever let them film?
Nah, I never been around that. I want to.
I feel like girls just ask all the time now.
I want to be in that space.
But
I don't.
that would be cool as like an Easter egg for your fans. If they knew that your dick had been on OnlyFans with some girl, they could go through every girl that you follow, find the ones who have OnlyFans, cop the OnlyFans, and then go through it looking for a dick that looks like your dick.
Fuck. I want to do it. I really do want to do
Like
it.
an Easter egg hunt, but for your dick.
You have good ideas. You have good ideas.
I'm just
though.
wilding out here.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to. Like, I want to be on OnlyFans, but I don't know who I would want to have sex with.
You should just get pegged.
Get pegged.
Let Violet get in there.
She would fucking destroy my shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thick though,
You be
so I'm not no
walking weird.
bitch. I ain't no bitch.
You should get a BBL.
My ass already fat, Adam.
But it could be fatter. A lot of girls with fat asses get BBLs.
That's weird. I never understood that. I never understood it at all. But I'm thick as fuck. I don't need that.
I wonder when the first, like, female, the first vice president or first lady will be that has a BBL. Or I wonder if we'll just have a female president who has a BBL.
Do you think a female president is good for America?
Next question. Quite possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think things would be chill. You know,
I think
maybe
if
they
it-
should give it a test run. They shouldn't. We shouldn't actually have a female president, but it should be like it should be a test run for it, just in case.
I mean, if Joe Biden can be president, given where he's at,
Right.
I feel like there's probably plenty of women who are capable of the amount of effort that he's putting in. Because he
think
looks
so?
like he's about to fall over and die at any given second.
Yeah, we need it. I think we need a female.
There's a lot of women that would be probably more capable than Joe Biden. He was the man for the job at that moment. But
Right. How do you feel about Trump? I kind of missed him being president. He was just funny.
yeah,
You know, he was just very entertaining. You know,
it was funny.
it's like now it's boring, right? Trump went out here and he was saying all this crazy shit, and it was like he was baiting people, and I was like,
Now that we have Trump out of office, you kind of realize how unfairly they actually were treating Trump. Like, as bad as he was, it's like they acted like the immigration crisis was like his doing. Like, all these people, all these children in cages.
facts.
And now it's like it's worse under Biden, and the media says nothing.
Bro,
So for somebody like me, it's like, oh wow, like I kind of like believed y'all a little bit, like, and
Yeah.
after that, I'm like, no,
it's
you're all
weird.
full of shit.
People only pay attention to what they want to pay attention to. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like everybody seeing Trump was quote unquote a bad person, but it's like you're only going with the flow. Nobody's trying to understand Trump. Everybody was trying to be against Trump. Trump did some very questionable things sometimes, but
Right.
man, so he was hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. Kung Flu will be the funniest shit that I've ever heard in my entire life.
That was funny.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I said that on the Timothy Deadline Ghetto podcast, and they were just all like,
Oh my god.
"You need to chill, But it was hilarious.
Stop Asian hate, man.
Stop Asian hate. No, for real. Stop Asian hate. Don't do that. Don't do that. Seriously.
Don't hate the Asians.
Yeah. Hate the blacks.
Long Beach Griffy. No Jumper. Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, Patreon, all that shit. Like, comment, subscribe, nojumper.com if you want to support. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you. This is fun.
It was a good time.
I had a good time. This was great.
My man. Long Beach, baby. He got cold palms.